Hello, and welcome to South Asian Success. This podcast is focused on empowering, engaging, and connecting our community. I'm going to be talking to South Asian leaders who are putting culture at the forefront as they build companies, drive communities, lean into creativity, and build. We hope you'll enjoy the journeys that we share on this podcast, journeys of individuals who are building success on their own terms with culture at the forefront. We're dressed up today for today's podcast. So welcome everyone to a fancier episode of South Asian Success than normal. I'm very excited to have a dear friend and wonderful fashion designer to join me today. Neetika, thank you for joining. I know your collection a little bit, but I'm excited for everyone to learn more about you, more about Kaira Kollection and how you decided to launch these very beautiful clothes. So take a look at my jacket while everyone on YouTube can see it. Tell us a little bit about your journey and where did Kaira Kollection, the idea, the inspiration come from?
Thank you, Parul, for having me. And I am so excited. It's my first podcast. And yeah, so I think Kyra Collection was my calling because it was not a part of career plan. I'm in tech and it's more of my Masi. She's in India. She used to design her own clothes and do some fun stuff. And she wasn't working, but she wanted to start something of her own. So she wanted, and she also wanted some, international exposure. So she asked me, like, if I would be interested. And first I said no. I said, no, Masi, I don't think I can do it. My work has been very busy. And she was like, you don't have to do much. I'll take care of everything. But one day, I don't know, like somehow I was sitting, I thought about that idea and I was naturally drawn to it. Like it would be nice to have something of her own. And I called her, this is what I'm thinking. And what do you think of this name, Kaira Collection? Because Kyra is my daughter's name, and I wanted my brand to reflect like what the kind of world I want for her. I want her to be modern, but I want her to be rooted in her culture as well. I want her to reflect her culture as she grows up. She was like, she loved the name, and then I think we just started.
I love it. And so your vision and your plan change a little bit, but I think the roots of it are just so wonderful. Rooted in family, rooted in culture, right? That's how many of us get started in these creative endeavors, right? And
Exactly.
it can come out in different ways. So you started kind of trying the multi-designer approach, right? Or like a multiple vendor approach.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about
Before.
the actual journey of, hey, I'm going to pivot my business now to doing what you do today.
Yes, so first when we started, we were not sure about designing. But what we thought, we were like, how about we bring in designs under, we start sourcing the designs, the one we liked, so that we can relate to. We thought like, it will be a good fit. And they were also like fusion designs. We did that, but it was a bummer for us because if the design is nice, somehow the quality, what it looked like, it was not, the quality was not up to mark. We've also found like, what was shown and what we got, there was a difference, there was a gap. And we didn't want our brand to reflect that. I don't want to build customers who are coming back and saying, oh, we didn't like the quality. So we were like, I don't know if this is working. And my Masi felt the same. She was like, we should design on our own. I was like, that's going to be too much. But she was like, I know, but this is not working for us. So we were like, okay. So we went with the idea what I do right now is like we design. We mostly make like one or two pieces. I do all these pop-ups. We do Instagram reels and stuff, and we see like the response we get from people. Which design they are getting, we are getting more queries on. What are being asked about, what orders I'm getting. So we prepare accordingly. So mostly my designs are made to order. But if I know, I am very sure about, this design was very popular. So we can go ahead and just make some sizes in those and all the sizes in those so that it's easier when I do my next pop-up because everybody likes to, just take it home with them, right? So yeah, so that's our approach because as a small business, right now we don't want to put too much money in inventory and designs that are just sitting there. So we just follow this approach for now and see like what kind of a response we are getting based on this every design, and then go from there.
Yeah, I love that. That's like A/B testing, right? And so to speak. And you do it in a way that's using social media to your benefit. And but I mean, I have to say, I am glad that you stocked this outfit because this jacket and skirt, I was
Thank
able to
you.
buy it at an event live. And it is, I think you're right. There is a balance, right, of trying to have pieces in hand and then having, you also mentioned that you might want to go into major retailers, right? So that might change some of your strategies. I'm curious, have you started any of that work or have you made any plans towards that? Or are you still kind of operating solo for now?
For now, solo. That is the plan. But if I go with Nordstrom, for example, I'm sure they want to check first, like if they like my design, do you have like 1,000 pieces ready?
Mm.
Right? So I have to be prepared for that kind of situation. So yeah, but that's the plan. Eventually, I have to go there and, work with all these big retailers. But for now, I'm just operating solo, and I think I know few designs of mine which will do great with Nordstrom. Like, for example, this jacket you're wearing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have made so many of these jackets. For example, I must have made like more than 1,000,
Wow.
right? And I also want to focus on exclusivity. I don't want everybody wearing this jacket as well.
Mhm.
So, maybe I don't know when, but the game plan is, to stop making this design so that
Oh my God.
there is still exclusivity.
I mean, I agree. I don't want everyone to wear this jacket either. But I do think that, yes, it's striking a fine balance with the big retailers who probably have like to meet a lot more demand. I am inspired though, because we saw brands like Holy Chic doing pop-up at Nordstrom. Like maybe there are, for the future, there are opportunities to do it, still keep it like boutique, right? Or keep it
Right.
a little bit niche and still be in the bigger houses. But I totally get that. Yes. And I mean, you have such a creative eye. Like, even what you're wearing, the new design that you're wearing, I think whenever I see something new that you put out, I'm very excited about it. I'm curious, how do you deal with the production? Because, I've ordered things from designers before, and, sometimes it's really quick, like 3 weeks you get it. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. How do you balance offshore production with your customers? How does that kind of work out for everybody?
So, when our production, we started getting more orders. Before, we just had one tailor
Wow.
and just one. So, and then when we started getting more orders, me and Masi, like, I felt the need, like, we need to increase our team because I don't want my customers to be waiting for 8 weeks, right? 3 and 4 weeks is my standard, and I want to, be in that timeline.
Hmm.
And then that's when we started, hiring more tailors, more workers so that we can meet that timeline. And you can see that coming, right? I would know. Now I know my months where I will be getting more orders. I know. So we try to find that balance. We have our slow months as well. So we use those slow months for the designs which we know, like gonna go do good this year, or we have seen a great response. So I just, we make more of those designs and more of those sizes so that it's easier whenever order came, we are ready to dispatch. We also do customization,
Mm.
which,
Yes, I saw some people wearing custom at South by Southwest this year, which is very cool.
yep, yep, yep. You saw Chavi. So she liked one of my pieces, like this one, but she wanted like some change. Yeah, so she wanted some changes. She was like, "Can you do this?" I was like, "Yeah, if we have the fabric,
Yeah,
so it doesn't take that much time.
yeah.
But if we are out of fabric, and I just feel like with customization, people should understand as well. If they're going for customization, I'm doing something custom for you, so please allow me more time. So I try to put it out that way. See, if I'm going for customization, I don't know if I have the fabric yet. I have to source the fabric, then design, and then everything. So you have to give me that flexibility, that time. Versus my designs, like I said, like it's easier because we already source the fabric. so it's easier to make.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we are able to balance out pretty well for now. The only time we run into challenges, sometimes people, like the people we work with, our tailors, sometimes they were being very unprofessional with all the festivities going on. I understand, like, it's a festival, it's Eid, but that is the peak time as well. I know they want to go on time off, but that is the time when I was getting so many orders. I did a Eid pop-up, and then boom, that was my first Chandrat event I did.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting, but it was crazy.
Wow.
People, especially the outfit I was wearing, like, I got so many. I was like, I just bought two and those are sold out. One is I'm wearing, you can give order, but I don't have any stock right now here. Yeah, so but we spoke to our tailors, our team. I was like, if you guys can give us, we should know in advance when you are planning to take off and at least answer your phones
Yeah. Right.
because that ways we have clarity. Thankfully, people have been like that. My customers have been understanding. Like, I always inform them. There has been a delay with packages also. Whatever was going on in Gulf countries and all these war situations, packages have been delayed.
Oh, right.
So I try to inform them, your package was shipped, but there has been a delay and there is nothing I can do, right? So please be prepared. I am trying my best, but this is something out of my hands. So I think communication helps. With Taylor also, the communication has helped, right? We spoke to them. I was like, I'm okay. I understand everybody needs to celebrate, but please answer your phone. Please let us know when you will be back. Talking to your team helps, and informing customers also helps.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think these are really good lessons for anybody that is working with real live production, especially in offshore environments, because it's not always, everything is not always easy and guaranteed on timing, right? Timing can
Right.
be challenging. You mentioned something interesting about customers, which I think is something that society as a whole, we've gotten so used to like 2-day delivery on everything
I
we
know.
buy. We have this impatience, but there is a different level for something bespoke, right? Something
Right.
truly unique. We all, and maybe some of us with South Asian background, we know that, sometimes if you order a lenga, it's going to take you 8 weeks to get it. But planning ahead, right? Like a little bit of thinking ahead to say, hey, maybe I want to do this custom piece. How do you kind of make that vision come to life? It sounds like you're really open to it, but just for the customer, hey, plan ahead, right? And think
Yeah.
a little bit about that timeline. But you are getting something really special, right? So you're not just getting something off of the rack per se.
Yep. So,
So,
when Mama
yeah,
Jyots posted about this jacket,
yes, yes, yes.
so I got a lot of orders, and I don't know, maybe for the first time, I know there was like a held back when you're, ordering from a new brand, but and they were expecting like delivery in 2 days and 3 days. They were pissed. Like after 8 days, they were pissed. Like I got some hate messages like, we are not ordering from small brands again. There is no communication. I was like, 3 to 4 weeks is our standard. You are still in
Mhm.
that time period. You will get your package, but allow me some time. They are all made in India. It's not like I don't have a warehouse here. So, yeah, but yes, I did get some hate messages.
I know that's unfortunate, but I think again, we're just, you can run to Zara and pick something up, right? In 5 minutes or order
Mm,
it, it'll come in a few days. So I think people's expectations are, we set those expectations for ourselves, but if we really want something unique and cultural and significant, there may be time involved. So you also noted to me that there were other things that you did for your customers, right? Like during the increase in tariffs, right? You mentioned how you handled some of the cost increase to some of your shipments. Can you share a little bit about that?
So yeah, so when the tariff thing came, like I think it was last year, around October. It was Diwali time when this thing happened, and I
Busy
did a
season.
pop-up.
Yeah.
Yep, I did Swadeshi Mela, and I always get good response whenever I do Swadeshi Mela, this pop-up. So yeah, so I got a lot of orders, and this tariff hit. And everybody was scared. Like these people, even the people who were ordering, they were like, "Oh, are you going to be charging us tariff? How much is going to be the tariff?" And even I didn't have the answer to that question because those tariffs were very random. I
Yeah.
have paid tariffs, and I I don't know how to classify them. Like
Right.
what, yeah, I don't know like on what basis they charge me $40, on what basis they charge me $50. I don't know. But I was like, it is what it is, and I was hopeful that this is something that is going to be waived off and it's not going to be for long. So I just told them, you pay me the price, whatever it is, you won't be charged anything over it. I'll take care of tariffs because I was building, I was building trust and I was building my customers. I didn't want tariff to be an obstacle and people walking away from me because they were like I don't know what she will come back with, and she will say, oh, for a $70 dress she's asking me $50 tariff, so that's not gonna work. And so yeah, so I just told them, like, you pay this price, whatever the price of the dress is. There is no additional shipping, there is no additional tariff.
Wow.
And even if you order like made to order, I don't charge anything additional for shipping because I have seen it has become a concern for people. And even in the past, this lady, so when I just started my brand, there was this old lady who ordered from me. I don't know, I think she's in California. She ordered something for me, and I was also new. So I asked her for shipping because it was coming from India and shipping was like $25. She got really pissed at me. But she also gave me a life lesson. She was like, I understand you are this young lady just starting your brand, but either you accommodate these prices in your dress itself so that I can make a decision whether I want to buy it or not. If you're going to come back to me later, that's going to piss me off because I'm just paying $70, and if you're asking me 25 for the shipping, that's not going to work for me.
Wow.
So I took that note and I was like, I think flat prices would be better so that people can make a decision whether they want to go with it or not, instead of coming back and asking them for, whatever shipping that kinds of, was putting me in a bad light, I would say.
Interesting. I mean, I think it's amazing that you would do that. I think that's the difference, right? Also of working with sometimes a smaller brand. Like I remember I talked to people that were ordering from some of the bigger Indian brands and they were like, and I'm paying $100 more for my outfit because of the tariffs, right? Or nobody else was eating the cost. So again, going back to the concept of like, you're building a business, but you're also building for your customer, right? And you're thinking about the impact of community and you're able to actually adjust, which is, I think, a really nice thing. And hopefully you didn't have to eat that cost forever, right? And hopefully it was short.
Yes, exactly. So I was looking at the bigger picture, I would say,
Yeah.
than just like my short-term
Short
goal.
term. Right. Tell me about your ideal customer, because I know you mentioned to me a bit about refining your marketing approach or even your designs. What are you doing? What has changed since you started your business?
So, I used to do all kind of pop-ups, but mainly before my pop-ups was
Hold on one second. Your sound went, it sounds weird, like you went distant.
cannot connect mic with AirPods for some reason.
Oh, okay, let's try again.
Is
Yeah,
it
it's
better?
better. It seems fine now. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, yes. So yes, I have changed my approach because when I was doing all these pop-ups, before my pop-ups were more like cult. I would say like all these Mela culture, Vaisakhi Mela, more Indian. It was not like I was not looking at the bigger picture, which where you say South Asian. I
Yeah.
was just doing more Indian stuff, and not everybody can understand my design. My designs will be more for millennials, Gen Zs, somebody who grew up here. So there I got a feedback from most of the women. They were like, my daughter will like something like that. I wish I had her with me. So this was the kind of response I was getting mostly. So I was like, okay, so looks like this is not my audience. So I have to find places where I find her daughter. So
Yeah.
so I was started looking at more, like dance events where more younger generation will be there, will be participating, because I felt like that was my audience. So I was fortunate to I came across, I would say, there was one annual event going on. I don't know if you have heard about Nachi Mayuri. It's a Bollywood dance. They teach Bollywood dance.
Okay.
So I did a pop-up with them when they were having their annual event, and I wasn't expecting because it was just like a 4 hour thing. I didn't even take much stuff. But actually that was my audience. They
Wow.
were like, yeah, all their moms. They have like, younger kids, 8-year-old, 9-year-old. Their moms they could understand my design and they were like, we have never seen something like that. This is a fusion. This is not Indian Indian. This is not, Western Western. This is a fusion and we love that. And it will be easier for them to, wear it more occasional than just specific events. So yeah, so I got a great response there. Then I knew like where I need to go,
Where's somebody? Yeah.
which events to target. So since then, I think that started in like mid 2025, and since then I've been targeting those events and it's been much better.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I think that's where I even found you. I think at one of these,
Exactly.
and in general, there is a market. It's nice to see you evolve the designs too, because I think sometimes you might, if you didn't notice this change, you might have missed it, right? And you do have like I like even like this jacket, right? It's something you can wear in multiple settings. So it might be something
Exactly.
you can wear in your in a business place, or in a at a nice event that you go to, or a dinner, or a South Asian event. The variety, like for me, your styles definitely speak to the way that I like to dress and shop, which is nice, and I think that's such a cool thing I'm glad you were able to also land on that as a demographic for how you continue to design.
Yeah, I mean, for example, this dress, this is block printing, and usually there are cotton salwar kameez that is made in this fabric.
Mm-hmm.
But the dress I'm wearing, you can wear it on vacation because this
Yeah.
is a spring dress. And
Yeah.
even I was on vacation last week and I wore some of my designs, and you can see those eyes. So I
Mm-hmm.
was in the hotel lobby, I saw this South Asian family. They were looking at they didn't say anything, but I could see. They were like,
Yeah.
something.
Something different. Well, people definitely notice, and I think there's like even like, so I've been buying South Asian designers for a long time. I mean, I love them all. So I've been buying since like 2016. Whenever the first thing was available that was modern, like
Hmm.
fusion, right? For
Hmm.
our generation. Every time I wear something, it's like I get to wear my culture on my sleeve. So I'm proud of that. But you always notice, you always get a question. If somebody
Yes.
stops you, they say, "Wow, what is that?" This time I wore your skirt on my birthday last week, and I got like my brother-in-law noticed, and he said, "Oh, is this a South Asian designer?" Because people are starting to recognize it as more common, but I definitely think you get
Balls and
the colors are there, the vibrancy is there,
yeah.
the designs, the aesthetics, so it's really cool.
And plus it's a conversation starter too. If
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you're going to an event, right? You go there for having a networking or a conversation, and your outfit is a conversation starter when you wear something like that. Somebody will come up to you, will say, "Oh, what's
Yeah.
that? Where did you get this from?" Or this looks nice. And then, it starts a conversation.
Definitely, definitely. Well, let's talk a little bit about community, because I know that you're very active in the community. You're collaborating with businesses, you're doing pop-ups all around the city. You even have upcoming fashion show events that you're going to be collaborating in. What is what has community brought to you as a brand, and why is it so important as a business strategy?
Well, I've been very grateful. I found some great people. I would say Instagram has been great to reaching out to all these people, and they are responding. They are responding, they are willing to collaborate because I have seen like these people are really involved in the community and they want to bring forward South Asian culture, and somehow they want their kids to
Mhm.
wear their culture,
Yeah.
and they don't have to compromise their comfort because like my kids as well, like they won't be so comfortable wearing a sherwani, they won't be comfortable wearing a sharara, but if I'll give her a dress like this, she will wear it. If
Hmm.
I'll give her a jacket like this, she will wear it. So yeah, so community has been great. Some of the influencers, especially this first influencer, I really want to quote her, Nisha. Love, live, what's her name? Live, love, Mirch, or
Yeah.
love, Mirch.
Yeah.
Nisha from New York. So she was the first one when I just started even. Like she was the first one I approached her. She
Wow.
responded to me. I sent her a kurti. She loved it. She wore it multiple times. She gave me credits. She collaborated. And even now I work with her. And
Amazing.
every time like she's been so nice, and her words, because I mean, I admire her, like whatever she does, her content. And then she will also send me these voice messages. My mom called me and then she said she loves this anarkali on me, and because she was having a hard time finding the outfit that fits her
Mm-hmm.
for plus size women, and then even like with her height and stuff, like a dupatta has been a challenge because she was like, I always get these dupattas are too short on me. So we make her custom.
Wow.
And she was just so happy. And I mean, I'm really thankful to her, like what she did for us and what she's been doing for us. So she's one, Mama Joots, all of them have been so supporting. And Chicago Kasam,
Mm-hmm.
you. So yeah, I mean, you all have been so supportive, and that makes me believe like whatever I'm doing is right, and somehow I'm in the right direction.
Definitely. Yeah, I think community really helps propel everybody forward, and I think if without,
Right.
we're so lucky to live in a time that we have it. Don't you feel, right? I
Correct.
think that's
Yep.
been,
Yep.
for me, a great realization too. So let's talk about kind of what are your biggest learnings participating in some of these local events, like fashion shows? If you're a small brand that's starting out, that wants
Mhm.
to be like you, what do they have to learn? What does it take to show up, and what do you think you could do better, or some advice for our community?
Advice, I mean, networking, connecting,
Mhm.
and I think sometimes we take a step back, what if she says no? What if she's not interested? But I think you should take that step, go forward, talk to somebody you want to talk to, or, if you admire somebody or somebody you want to wear your designs. I would say go ahead, talk to them. Worst, what can happen? They can say no. But if they think about when they say yes,
Mhm.
and that can do wonders. Even with Mama Joe's, I've been trying to approach her so many times. I used to send her DMs. I no response because I understand she must be getting so many DMs, right? So, and then I saw her at the Diwali party and she stopped me. I mean, I was trying to stop her for a picture, but then she complimented me on my outfit.
Yes, I
So
remember your outfit. I remember your outfit.
yeah, she complimented me, and then I was like, I've been trying to approach you for so long. She was like, I think I'm ready now. And I then I met her again at the Veer Das concert, and she was like, when we were having some conversation about how I met her and stuff, and I was like, she never used to respond to me, and she was like, when I saw you at the party, I was like, oh, this is legit. This is authentic. Then she was comfortable taking the outfit and wearing that outfit, and so I think my advice would be, you should always go ahead and approach people. And community is a great thing to be associated with. They can do wonders. And I think supporting each other, collaborating with everyone. I would try if I am there, I wouldn't. Every time I see your post, for example, I'm very happy and I
You
engage
you always
in your
engage.
post.
I love it. It's so kind.
Yeah. So engaging in the post really helps. It helps build relationship. People will start noticing because people have noticed me. Like some of these influencers, I always, if I like them, I engage on their post. It's not like I just swipe. And then that's when they start noticing. Okay. And then you build a relationship. So I think my advice, building relationships, customer relationship,
Definitely.
influencer relationship, your community relationships, that comes first. Eventually, if you do right, you're going to end up making money and you'll be successful. You might not be making money. Current situation might not feel right, but if you keep doing, what feels right and with all honesty, with putting your heart and soul, so I think you will get there.
I love that. That's such a good piece of advice. And honestly, it sounds like so similar to when I hear from authors, right? Like many of us pitched our books, kept hearing
Hmm.
rejection. Sometimes it's quiet and sometimes you don't hear anything, but the work pays off, right? The
Right.
small things you do really do pay off and it can help you build something meaningful. So,
And,
love it.
and I think sometimes it's just small things, right? If you post something, just reposting, commenting, engaging doesn't take anything, right?
Hmm.
Just giving a shout out doesn't take anything. But you will notice this person is engaging. I mean, it's just nice when people engage in your post,
It
right?
definitely is. It's nice to show support and it's nice
Exactly.
to build up other brands, even if, even though you might not need that incentive. I think that's when the true work of networking pays off, when you've built up that relationship and it pays off in other ways, right? So You and I
Yeah.
are here doing this, conversation after having met last year, but our relationship has slowly grown, and those little baby steps make such a.
Exactly. I mean, I see you. I mean, it's just great. Every time you bear something, you always make sure to tag them, give them a shout out, right? So that's so nice. Just
Yeah, I love our fashion community.
yeah. So I love it. Like I think it's just the little thing doesn't take anything. It's just like you're showing your support.
Yeah.
So, and I think supporting each other like somehow takes you somewhere.
I love that. Well, thank you so much, Neetika. I think this is fantastic. We're going to share the link for Kyra Collection in the show notes for everyone. And we're going to follow you on Instagram as well. So I'll share your Instagram. Make sure that you're keeping up with all the lovely events that you're going to be at. So you are in Chicagoland. Are you doing any events outside of Chicago? I'm curious.
Not yet.
Not yet. Coming.
I might do Diwali Fest that happens in Florida, Orlando,
Nice.
at Disney. I might, but
Okay,
let's
very
see.
cool. That would be awesome. And I mean, worth sharing with your friends. I was literally talking about you in my call before this with somebody totally unrelated to the scene, and she was like, "Oh, are you going to post that episode soon? I want to see the design." So, everybody check out Kyra Collection, and thank you again, Neetika, for joining and sharing all your experience with everyone.
Thank you, Parul. I hope you make it for the fashion show and the fashion show party,
I
please.
I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my
All
best.
right. Thank you. Lovely talking to you.
Take care, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to South Asian Success. If this episode resonated with you, we hope that you'll share it with a friend or someone else who could resonate with it as well. And if you love what we're doing and building, please do rate us on whatever podcast method you stream on. Any reviews will help us grow and improve this platform. And if you are interested in joining us or talking more about your journey, please be sure to reach out. Take care.